Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to do the rear air scoop on the skimmer. So the rear air scoop should be folded. If you see this dotted line here, you're just going to fold along that line. And if you do the scoring method, right, you're going to use your ballpoint pen and score along that dotted line and then just fold that downward, right? So on the top, it looks like a nice sharp crease. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to make sure that this rear air scoop is angled downward, right? And attached on the fin an 1/8 of an inch above the bottom of the fin. So that what we need to do is measure on the fin. We can get this up out of the way. Okay, we're going to measure on the fin 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so you measure 1/8 of an inch. So don't measure at the 0. Okay, that's 1/8 of an inch, which is 2/16, and we're gonna make a mark right there. Okay, and then we're gonna flip it over, and we're gonna make a mark here the same way, above the bottom edge, and this is where our rear air scoop is gonna be attached. Okay, so you can see that's 1/8 of an inch there. And then we're gonna use hot glue just to show you what's gonna be done. And then this rear air scoop is gonna be attached there. Notice that it's not touching the bottom. We don't want this rear air scoop to drag on the ground, and we don't want it to go straight out either, otherwise it's not gonna press the air onto the floor. We want it to be attached right there. Okay, so there's a little bit of space for the air to go through and out the back of the car. Okay, and we're going to attach, we're just going to tack it in place with 2 dots of glue, and then we're going to run a bead of glue along the top edge to seal it shut. So the way this works, and I'm going to put a piece of paper underneath so I don't get glue on my mat. So you can see here the mark, right? I'm going to put the camera a little bit lower down maybe so it'll be easier for you guys to see. Focus in on there, right? So we're gonna put the glue right here, just a dot of glue. Make sure it does not go on the bottom edge here. This glue is like liquid plastic, and if it goes on the bottom edge of your skimmer, it's gonna drag on the ground. So you're just gonna hold this in place until the glue cools off enough to hold it. You can blow on it a little bit just to cool it off. Just hold it in place, and once it starts holding in place and doesn't move around, you can then do the dot of glue on the other side. Another dot of glue. Notice I do not drag the glue off the bottom edge. If I'm going to have glue on the back of the skimmer, I want it to come off the back and not onto the bottom, because that'll touch the ground. And this glue, when it's cooled, is almost like rubber, and that would slow your car down. Slow your skimmer down. So you're going to hold that in place to cool it off. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to watch this entire video before you do the hot glue and make your marks and measurements, and then go to the hot glue station. Okay. And then you're going to turn the skimmer over. You can see there's a big gap here. Okay, between the skimmer and the fin, and that's where all your air, that air cushion that you're trying to build to let the skimmer float, you're gonna want to seal that up. So we're gonna run a bead of glue down that whole strip to seal it up. Okay, don't touch it, it's hot. You're gonna burn yourself if you do. Okay, and then we're gonna run a bead of glue down the other side too. That's sealed up, let it cool off. Okay, and then your skimmer is ready to go. That's it.